Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bhupesh. Hope you're doing perfectly well. Today we'll going back to our Grafana session. Today we'll be talking about how to create Grafana dashboards using Loki, which is again a popular ask by multiple users, that how to create a dashboards using logs. We have already seen a lot of dashboards creating using matrices, but we'll be checking how to create dashboards using logs today, using Loki as a data source in today's session. So let's quickly get started on this piece. So we'll be using Grafana for creating a dashboard, and but we'll be using Loki as a data source so that we can actually create a dashboards and set up alerts using logs. That is again another ask, or that is something which is really important in addition to matrices. So to make this happen, so we need to create a proper tech stack so that we can get logs. So I've already created a tech stack because this video is not on how to run Loki on a cluster, but to understand how to create dashboard, right? So I have a in few Prometheus stack installed on K3D cluster. I have a Helm chart already installed on this, which is having uh, Prometheus, a Grafana stack, and then I've installed a Prom tail as an agent that will ship logs from cluster to Loki. So Prom tail is also there. Is another Helm chart, right? And this is your Prometheus stack, and then I've installed Loki, which will act as a data source for all the logs. So we have actually three Helm chart that is doing all their job. So and these are all the uh, pods that are running onto the K3D cluster. So we have a Loki installed in distributed fashion for higher IO. We have a Grafana, we have Prometheus, and then we have a prompter who's shipping all the logs to the Loki. We can also check whether the logs are actually going via Promptail or not. So that is something you can check. So all these logs are going nicely to Loki. Now let's first of all uh, see the services and now service. So I have a Grafana. So let me do that report forward of Grafana. So let me open my Grafana for that matter, and then we'll talk all the Grafana related stuff in this. Yeah, I've already logged in Grafana some time back. So my Grafana is up and running, and I can see the data sources are already there. I have a Loki, I have Prometheus, and Alert Winner. But today we'll be talking about Loki only, right? Because we need to create dashboards using logs. So first of all, I'll go to Explore, and then we'll click on Loki, and then see what all things normally you see when you. So this is very basic thing how to create, how to get data from LogQL. So this is a LogQL, query. So we can simply say how many logs are coming from monitoring namespaces in last 3 hours for that matter, right? So these are all the logs that are coming. Now, now next thing is, suppose I want to create some dashboard. So let me go back, and I want to create a dashboard especially for logs. So let me import first the first dashboard, which I'll explain a lot of queries pertaining to this. First of all, let me import this dashboard if I have not already done it, or I've already done it. So let me give a new name, right? And then this is the Prometheus, this is Loki. Okay, now we will understand, the different panels, or different, if it contains any data. Yes. Okay, so this is the panel I was talking about. So this is coming from, the logs. So what I'm saying, can you please filter the logs pertaining to app equals to prompt tail? That's what we are trying to say. And then convert it into a log format, right? And then filter it, either it is a warning or a level equals to error. So that is how we actually troubleshoot or understand any, uh, PromQL, or sorry, LogQL query. So I will create a duplicate session, and I'll do the same thing here. into explore. I'm just explaining the query which is being used in this panel, right? Error warning messages, right? So what I'm saying, first of all, this getting the data from this prom tail, okay, run it for last 30 minutes. I will run this data, yeah, and then I will convert. So this is not coming into this format. So first of all, I'll convert into log format so that I can simply, do the filtration on the log. So there are two methods of doing it. Either you do it a log format or you do it in JSON format for that data. Now I want to do a filter on this data with this, right? So at a level or a warning. So this is how you can filter your data pertaining to warning, or I can do anything related to that. Suppose I want to do a, enable. Okay, so I'm just trying to explain you. First of all, you filter down that on which app you need to filter the data, and then do a log format. Post that you do filtration on level on warning and no. So that is how you trickle down to that level. So that is the reason it is this panel is talking about error warning messages logged by Prometheus. Or for that matter, suppose I want to check anything from Grafana. So Grafana is another app, or is it as another coming the data? I can do the same thing for this also, right? So there's nothing on this. Or you so if I did for last 6 hours, I can see the this there are logs coming from Apicus to Grafana, and in log format I can see the level warning and or an error. Fine. So this is the first use case. Now suppose I want to do a wild search of any log, okay, or over a period of time. So let me import another dashboard to explain another LogQL query. Yeah. So let me override this. I will select this. I will do open source override. Now, interesting. So what I'm saying, on this app, I can simply search any log. Suppose I want to search the admin related stuff, right? But what is happening behind the scenes? So there's a query that is going get executed. So let me show you that query so that we can understand the LogQL thing, right? So so it is saying for every job or app that you're selecting, and then the while. So this is how you search it, right? First of all, this is the first search, and then the second search, okay, filtration, and I'm counting it over time, which is this interval. So every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, the count of that keyword will search, and then it will overall give it a summation. And that's the reason you can see the graph is coming, and even we can set up alerts also on this. So this is what we are doing, right, in this. Now let's understand the container log dashboard, basically the live logs for all the pods, right? So let me just quickly import this also. So I'm just giving you different flavor of dashboards. Let me see if this contains any data. Possibly not. Okay, so there's no data on this. Let me go back to this. I've filtered down my logs according to this. So I can do either with this filtered query, or I can import a ready-made dashboard also. I can go queryless also, meaning queryless is a new feature of Grafana where you don't need to write this query, right? You can search all these things with this also in this fashion, right? For that matter, I'm asking the monitoring log for last 30 minutes. I can get everything like this. Okay, moving on. So let's quickly, I want to show some more things. Suppose I want to see a crash loop back of detection in my Kubernetes. So I will simply run this and then see if there are any um, these kind of, I will do monitoring as my, is there any pod which is on this, uh, you know, state for last. I don't know why the data is not coming. Anyway, so there is no such data for this. Okay, how should I do the high error volume? Now there are there are things that I want to create, alerts on top of this. Alerts on actually logs. So I can simply basic Loki alert example. So let's do if there are more errors in last 5 minutes, right? Then let's first of all see whether the data is coming or not. So again, I'm doing for this job. Let me do the last 30 minutes. Okay. So this job does not have any data. Let me do the other filtration so that it becomes easy for explanation. Yeah. So this is the job where I'm getting all this data. Now I want to see how many times this info keyword has been repeated in the last 5 minutes. So what I will do, I will simply run this thing again, and instead of error, I will say for info, right? Info, correct? Let me run this. Info for, okay, so now I have actually created a query for better understanding. So what I'm saying for this job monitoring from tail converted into a log format and then giving the filtration of level X to info, and for last 5 minutes count over time is happening, how many times the info keyword has been there, and I want to do that summation and ultimately create an alert if it is greater than 5, right? That is how something you need to create setup alerts on Loki based queries. So this is the very important thing to understand. First of all, so that's what we're saying, trying to say high error count. So instead of info, you can simply replace with the error, right? Next thing is if you're getting a lot of spikes, so same thing. Let me not run this. Let me just explain this query again. So what I'm saying for this job, if you are having any error for last 5 minutes and the rate of that thing is greater than 2, then simply fire an alert on Loki, right? And similarly for rejects based error, suppose you have, you know, now I'm saying for this job, if there are exceptions, rejects means tilde means, in exceptions, something panic fatal keywords in their logs, and then count over time for every 5 minutes, and then see if that summation is greater than 10 for that particular time. Meaning, if I'm running this thing for last 30 minutes, what it is saying, please see every 5 minutes I'm getting these keywords. And in those 30 minutes, meaning 5 divided by 36 times, it will see if the count is greater than 10, then actually trigger an alert, right? That is how you need to create an alert. And there's one more thing. Yeah, you can simply say like this. Suppose if my, so now I'm firing an alert. Second. Okay, don't go with it. Let me explain the query. For this namespace monitoring, if anything is coming as to be crash loop back off. So I am actually for last 5 minutes, if it is count over time so greater than 0, then fire an alert. So these are so many alerts based on logs that normally we need to keep it. I will keep all these LogQL queries into the GitHub documentation so that you can try and explore it. But you can create a lot of dashboards and a lot of queries pertaining to, now this is the another interesting dashboard, container log dashboard. Now you see this dashboard is doing total count of logs, and I am giving filtration at the top. So suppose monitoring is something I want to see because everything is installed in monitoring. I'm talking about this Prom tail, right? Let's see if I'm getting any data. So there's no data for Prom tail. Maybe let me say Grafana. Definitely Grafana must be having some data. So now let's edit this panel and see what is there in this panel. So I'm saying total count of logs for monitoring namespace, and then if stream is empty, then nothing, and then pod I'm giving Grafana. Now how many, let me put something in stream error, right? Let me refresh then. So how many this keyword, let me do this refresh again. So how many errors are there in this namespace for this pod for count over time, and this is some. So that is how it being calculated. Now the total count of error we can simply see like this. Now this is a classic case. So I'm saying for this namespace, for this pod, how many errors are there in this pattern for this period of time? So 16. And so I think this is the right panel we should understand. And live logs are something you can see. These are the live logs which we are talking about. So we are saying for this namespace, for this pod, for this, and this is the live in a keyword, or I can simply say info. Right. So let me refresh this. So I can get all the info related keywords and search here. Right. So Loki dashboard is it's a little bit different from Prometheus. The only thing is its query is a bit straightforward rather than PromQL, right? You see, we are again doing count over time by stream. So how many are std out and how many are std in? So it is a group by function, meaning for this namespace, for this pod, uh, for every stream, stdrr and std out, what is the category of group by, right? For this particular time, like refresh this per minute, let me give it 15 minutes. So this may change the value, right? So for last 15 minutes, what is the group by? How many are std out and how many are std error, standard error, right? So these are the things that you can see matched word with info historical. I can give my name, then it will not give anything, right? So yeah, so better to give Grafana. So something meaningful. So match word is Grafana historical and then Grafana rate per pod. So this is a very beautiful dashboard that we can understand. Yeah, count over time, same thing that we did. Oh, by pod, right? Let me see one more panel. Yeah. So that is pretty much. I will post all these queries. Just these queries are for understanding how you filter down logs and how you set up alerts on the logs and how you create dashboards also on the logs. So you can create definitely pull in a lot of dashboards that are available on Google for internet, but you can create your own dashboards also as per the requirement. But you need to understand LogQL query for that. That's it for now. We will take a pause. So again, there are two ways to create a dashboard. Either you import it or you can create the dashboard directly from scratch. So you try both these options and let me know if you face any problem or anything. I can create another session on specific use case if needed. Next would be how to create Grafana dashboards using distributed tracing, right? Using Tempo. That will be checking it next session. So stay tuned. And last but not the least, do not forget to like and subscribe the channel so that you can get other detailed videos pertaining to Grafana and other open telemetry based things. Thank you for now.